Figure just in case you can't hear us, I'll just type it in the comments order.
Yeah, quite right. Yeah, I've just spotted it. Good.
I think we are live.
Right. Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope.
Hello, nice.
12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK and Portugal. And it's time to say, hello, Marco.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, Harper. Hello to our audience. How are you all? Good to see you.
Hello, Harper.
Good morning.
Right. Now, this is our weekly live chat, as it's called. And we're joined, as we were last week, by Chris. I'm just waiting for a thumbs up from Chris. And Chris has disappeared. So Chris should be back in a moment. Okay, yeah. What's going on? What should we know about? You were just talking about a broadcast you're doing tomorrow, Marco.
Yes, tomorrow I'm gonna have Abhilash Hand from InVideo, this so amazing video platform, and I think the title of the show resumes everything that we think about in video. Let me see if you agree with me. Let me read it because I forgot the right words, and it is why let me see okay, let me see it's breaking video myths, easy, fast, not expensive, and funny. So I think it's InVideo. It's easy to use, it's not expensive as some other video editing platform, it's fast because you know that you just put the video right, and then the render, it's a very time-grabbing thing, and in video it's very fast. And also, usually editing video, I don't know about you, but it's kind of boring because you have to cut there and then let's see how it works. And I think InVideo eases so much the process. It's amazing. What do you think?
I'm an InVideo fan, and welcome, Chris.
Who's gonna say that?
John Ups and I started using InVideo April last year, and we started the show in May, and tomorrow will be our 56th Inspired by InVideo show. So
time flies.
The great tradition. There's a tradition on Twitch. When you finish your broadcast, you actually send everybody over to somebody else's broadcast. Now, I think that's a wonderful tradition. Now, we're live just after you, Marco. So if you could send your audience over to us, that would be good.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And question from Corinda. Corinda is asking, Stephen, Marco, and Harper, have you seen the new Star Trek movie?
As in, like, recently came out? I'm not even aware of one that came out. I don't watch or listen to radio, so.
Neither do I.
And neither do I.
Yeah.
Right, over to Peter, who's saying he's present and correct. And
hello, Peter.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to see some of your followers.
Okay, and Corinda is saying I started as well. Okay, right. Okay, now you may or may not be aware that our Prime Minister is in Brussels tonight. I'm not going to do a screen share, but he is in Brussels, and he's meeting the President of the European Council, the EU Council. And between them, they have to, within the space of sitting down for dinner and him flying back to the UK, they have to decide whether we're going to have a deal when we exit the EU on the 1st of January, or no deal when everything will go totally wrong. So we wish our Prime Minister well. Hope he enjoys his dinner. I hope that they do reach an agreement, and look forward to hearing all about it in tomorrow's newspapers. Yeah, because that's basically, it means that obviously we can still talk to each other. I just lost Harper. Oh, wait a minute. What happened there?
We
He's
will
going
Might
to
just
that
the only one on
dinner
screen.
in
Anyway.
Brussels.
There we go.
Okay.
maybe we should split the
Look
show.
at America.
Me and Chris and Steven and Harper. That's the Europeans against the rest of the world.
Yeah.
The allies.
It's a quick word. If you're watching on Twitch and commenting, or on YouTube and commenting, please do not use emoticons, because the messenger bots on there get upset and I will not be able to see your comments. Just a word. Okay, and just to confirm that, the Restream bot is saying don't use emoticons. And we say good afternoon to Barry. And a visitor from Zimbabwe, to Andrew Field as well, who is joining us live from Zimbabwe. So good to see you. Over to Corinda. And Corinda knows Barry and Sarah, and it also knows Andrew. Okay, all good. Right, so that's what's happening in Brussels tonight, and it does have implications for everybody who lives in the UK and everybody who lives in Belgium and in Portugal.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are very afraid of the Brexit.
So are we. So are we. We've got a situation now where Honda have stopped production of cars in the UK because our seaports have got containers within them containing parts, because Honda work just in time. So the idea is that the parts arrive at their factories just before they're needed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if the supply chain breaks, then they have to stop production. And if you're a supplier to Honda or Toyota and you don't deliver the components on time, you face a penalty. Now, when I was doing this, it was £15,000 an hour, or $20,000. So all the suppliers would have been suffering a $20,000 an hour fine for every hour that production stops. Now that Honda officially stopped production, nobody's paying that 20,000. But that's just the beginning of things, really. Anyway, you don't want to listen to me talking about Brexit, do you?
Why not?
Well, it'll be interesting coming up, as the year and the month wind down, to kind of see how things play out. Because I mean, it's not really something. While over here in the U.S., we don't talk about a lot of stuff that goes on with it. But I'm sure that everywhere around the world is going to have some kind of it's going to affect everybody at some point. So.
Well, yeah, it is a global situation, because if we don't get the components, we can't make things and we can't sell them to in America.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and if we can't sell them, then you can't buy them. So it is a global problem. And over to the other situation we have at the moment, Corinda is saying that he had 2 injections today. That's the COVID vaccine.
COVID vaccine.
Oh, gotcha.
Which started.
We must wait till January, and the fabric where the vaccines are made, Pfizer, that's not so far from here.
Okay, go there and steal some and send it to me. I'm gonna sell
That's
it
a
in the
good
black
idea.
market. I'm gonna sell it in the black market. I will put them in the fridge. And I will...
We're being supplied with vaccine from Belgium, and it's being flown in. So it's not going through the seaports, so there's no delay. It leaves the factories, goes on a plane, and then plane flies over to one of the UK airports. So that's taken care of, because it needs special transportation anyway. It's got to be kept at minus 80 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But vaccinations have started. People who were vaccinated first have become famous in the UK. We do T-shirt printing to celebrate something, and we might wear a T-shirt from Tube Buddy, or there are people going around around with photographs of the lady who was had her injection yesterday morning, and she has gone viral. So there you are.
In a couple of years, we'll have I survived COVID 2020.
Yeah, and over to Peter, and Peter is saying it's all scaremongering. It will work out in the end. The European, he's talking about Brexit. The Europeans will come begging us. Right, okay. Have you any reason at all, Marco and Chris, to come begging to the UK? Right, okay, that's the...
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, and you've got two opposite points of view here. You've got mine from here and Peter's from Aberdeen in Scotland. And Peter is saying it will make Britain better again. I've heard MAGA. Is that MABA? MBGA, I suppose. Right, okay, let's remove the comments. Right, okay, very, very important thing. At 7 p.m. tonight, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, there is a German carol concert. And normally, the choir, who are Angelica's current, past, and future students, are all able to get together in the church hall, accompanied by guitar and flute, and to sing German carols, whilst eating German cake and possibly glue wine is being drunk, and wine is being drunk as well, but not too much. Obviously, it's got to sing, and everybody's in fine voice. Now, obviously, this year that cannot take place. The church hall just can't be hired. So this year, the German carol singing is virtual and will take place on Zoom. Now, the idea is simple and straightforward. Angelica's chosen 12 videos, 6 of which are from the past 6 years get-togethers, so they're recorded live at our previous gatherings, and then another 6 which are a selection on YouTube of traditional German carols. Each carol has captions on it, so you can read along, but you can also sing along.
Absolutely.
But there is a rule that everybody's microphone will be switched off, so you can sing, because there's no way you get it in sync or in tune in my case. So all microphones will be turned off, the carols will be played, and you can sing to your heart's content because nobody will be able to hear you.
Well, that's a pity, because I would love that people will listen to me singing in German.
Well, the people with you will be able to listen, but the people
I will record it. I will record it, and it will be shown next year.
Well, I hope next year that we're actually back to normal, and next December we can all meet up again.
I will be the lead singer.
Yes.
Okay. Right. This is being recorded, Marco.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the comments. Just catch up on the comments. By the way, did you see that Expo's coming back in 2021? Yes, I did. Corinda, the Expo is coming back, and will you be streaming it? No, don't think so. Over to Peter, and Peter, I can't send a link while I'm live because that would be discourteous to everybody who's actually watching. If you go to my profile, you will find a link. If you can find my profile page on Facebook, it's the first post that's there, or possibly the second now, and it's labeled Christmas Carol, and underneath is a direct link to actually get an invitation. So thank you for that. Over to, okay, I want to visit Chris and set up a studio there. Okay, he wants to broadcast from your room, Chris. And also checking in is our good friend Joe from the Three Bods rugby group. And Peter saying, okay, he can actually make it to my page, which is good. So everybody, if you want to find out more about the carol concert, if you want to join in, just go to my profile. You'll find the link there. You sign up on Eventbrite. Eventbrite gives you a ticket and a link, and the link will be live from round about 7:15 tonight.
I have a ticket.
Brilliant. Then you can all join us. You can all sing along.
Yes.
And it is a final thing. It is a charity event. So you'll also be helping to raise money for charity too.
But the tickets were free.
Yes, that's right. There will be a collection.
Okay.
Okay. Marco, what's happening in Portugal?
Well, we had this holiday yesterday. That's why I missed the show yesterday. So sorry. And we have I don't know how do you call it when there's a holiday on Tuesday or Thursday, and the day after or the day before or the day after are they off also. We like to call them a bridge.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't get holidays in the UK, so I don't know really.
slavery there.
Well, let's face it. If you're working for yourself, you're working 7 days a week.
Absolutely, yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so there was a stricter lockdown here because avoiding people to cross I don't know, counties, maybe the thing in your reality. And well, but some people just just broke it. but I think they are they won't make that so much restrictions on Christmas. Because of the family and everything. I don't think usually I went to the house of aunt of mine to spend there the Christmas this year. I think it will be only me, my mother, sister, and my oh my god, my the how do I call the daughter of my sister?
A niece?
Niece, yes, my niece, yes, absolutely. And my cats. And okay, I think even though there are no these law restrictions, I think we should avoid situations where we can spread the virus. And that's the thing here. I don't know about you, but here people ask, oh, but why we can go out in the morning and not at the afternoon? The virus is sleeping at morning, and no, it's not the point. The point is to avoid contact with people. Okay, so if you have 10 hours open, you are 10 hours vulnerable to get the virus. If you are only 5, you are only 5. That's the point. I think people by these days they refuse to think. I think it's the biggest problem here, because it's not the point. Okay, so if I stay on my county, the virus doesn't catch me, and if I cross the county, it will catch. No, it's not the point. It's to avoid you to travel and to contact with other people. I think it's very easy to understand the situation, and also the people who say, oh no, this is not okay. People, because some say, oh, people die. Yes, they die, but if you can avoid some deaths, I think it's good, because when someone close to you dies, it's not a good experience, I think. Because okay, it's just 10 people, yeah, but they belong to 10 families who are bad now, even if it was one people. So if we can avoid everything, and also, no, it's not. We have flu also every year. So what's come on? Yes, but as I don't know in your countries, but in 43 years, I never saw so many hospitals with problems in the emergency room as I see now.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
I think it's different. No, I think it's not. You should refrain your will to say, oh, it's not. It's people die and we have flu every year and we don't make any drama. Yes, but you don't see every year the emergency room filled with people. And if you want to, okay, I have one bed and I have 2 people needing that bed. I should pick one. So I think we should talk carefully instead of saying, oh, no, it's peasy, easy, okay, no. And the other thing for me, it's, oh, economy and everything. I think, okay, I don't like politics. Let me make my statement. I don't like them also. But the problem is, if people make their role in the right way, we don't need to close the business as we should do, okay? If we keep the distance, if we don't go 20 people to make a dinner at the restaurant or a lunch, okay? Because we should understand it's not the same context as we had a year ago. So you can't go lunch or dinner with 20 people. It's too dangerous. And it's because of this kind of people that we need to close businesses. It's because people don't understand by themselves that they need to make some different things. So that's the big problem with this is we take everything for granted as something we own, as something, okay, I can't open my hand and let it go. I owe it, and I don't. People don't understand. Okay, now I can't go lunch with 20 people, maybe with 5, and it's okay. And I think it's better for a restaurant to serve 5 meals than to serve 0 meals, and that's the big problem here.
In Belgium, we are doing it not so good, and specialists are asking to install a perimeter. So everybody can go some kilometers from his house, but not so much far.
Yeah. It's
I'll take a couple of comments. We are truly international as we say hello to, if I can show it on screen. I want to show that on screen. Come on, play fair. All right, say hello to Jackie in France. And then we go over to Corinda. And thank you for the hello, Jackie. And we're planning to do a shepherd needs to the rugby show again. So Corinda's inviting himself to go on the rugby show. And right, okay. And he's saying hello to Jackie. And wait a minute. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. And Jerry is here. Nice to see you. Jerry is joining us from Canada. Hello, bonjour, hello, guten Tag. Right,
Buenas
okay.
tardes.
Take the comments off the screen. Now, the situation in America, Harper, what's the situation?
The situation here is, you guys probably know more than I do, but our election is still being contested. They're still investigating. I think most people have just, accepted election results and we're moving on. But it's still in legal battles. Our COVID numbers are going up as people get more, go out and doing more holiday shopping and everything else. A lot of the numbers, even here in Arizona, are going up drastically. So there's talk about adding more restrictions to try to control that. I don't think people will really go by restrictions until after the holidays. But it's just one of those things because I don't know that we have the vaccine going out yet. I don't believe we do. But
no. It's on its way. But obviously there are priorities in all countries that those at most risk will get the vaccine first.
Right.
So that's care home where there is unfortunately a high rate of deaths within care homes. So care home staff and care home residents first. Then your first responders, hospitals, everybody who's involved in the health service, and then it will go down. And in the UK, it's going people over 85, people over 80, people over 75, 70, 65. That's the way it's being done here. And it is illogical because the people over 60 are the ones most at risk. And then eventually, probably around about April, everybody else will start to see the ability to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
But we've got the same problem the world over. I mean, the way different governments are handling it is crazy. I'll go first because ours is the craziest scheme ever. We're all under restrictions at the moment, which means that we can go out, but we can only have meet with up to 3 families. We can exercise. There are certain places we can't go. The shops are open. But on December 22nd through to December 27th, we can virtually do anything we want. The virus is going to take a holiday. All restrictions are lifted. And for those 6 days, you just, well, we've got a phrase in the UK, beggars belief, that we can actually think that the virus is going to take a 6-day holiday so we can enjoy ourselves over Christmas without having repercussions over New Year's and in January. It's too, basically, when they announced this in November, it was to give everybody a carrot, yeah, so that we would actually go into lockdown through the month of December, and the carrot is that on the 22nd December, we can all do whatever we want for 6 days, and then, well, that's how I
New lockdown then.
I don't know how that works.
Well, I will. It's not going to be happy news. And Corinne's got a question he forgot to ask, which could be about anything. So let's go. I have a question I forgot to ask. Can anybody read that? Because all right.
It's kind of a two-parter. He wants to know, how do people in space do a news broadcast?
Oh. Over to our space correspondent. Who wants to be space correspondent this week?
I love stuff, but I don't know how. I mean, it's obviously through satellites. You know, it's the same thing through like the International Space Station is kind of in inner space, not really outer space. So it's still within our thing. So it's bouncing off a satellite, just like a satellite phone. So that's how they're able to broadcast.
Brilliant. I hope that helps, Corinda. And over to Corinda again. What if one of us is ill? What then? The opening up for Christmas is the daftest idea that our government have ever had. Well, no, it's the daftest idea they've had in recent weeks. It doesn't make sense. People will get ill. That's my take on it. I mean, we all look after our own safety. It's happened again last time. We're all in control of our own safety. If we wear a mask, if we give other people space, at least 2 meters, and if we wash our hands regularly, more regularly than normal, then we're in our own bubble. We meet who we want to meet, and we're in control. The problem arises.
Somebody had mentioned earlier about how I think Marco was talking about earlier, 20 people going to a restaurant. Restaurants here won't allow it on that big of a group. They're pretty much no more than 6 people, and because they've shut off all their big tables or separated them or whatever, so you don't get that really large group of people that go out to a restaurant or something. So, but yes, Corinne, people will go to the beaches, they'll do all that kind of stuff, but yeah,
The police can come control your home in Belgium when you are with too many people on Christmas.
Yeah, they're trying to say that in a lot of the states here in the U.S. and but then our Constitution says you really can't because it's private property and this and that. But I mean, it's kind of one of those, if the people who are coming over. I mean, if I had 25 family and friends coming over for Christmas, then if I knew that everybody was taking precautions, that'd be one thing. But you don't know who they've been around and everything. So I mean, it's just so we're just staying home. Really.
Me too.
Okay, so
yeah, we're doing the same. And we've got a comment from Corinda.
We can't see him either, Corinda.
He is around somewhere. He could probably speak, but he's
doing his makeup.
He is off camera at the moment. I mean, that's one of the things I'm going to say to people tonight, because
Okay, I'm in space.
He's in space. That's
a space correspondent has arrived.
Broadcasting from some nebula.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see if I can get a helmet.
All right, this is going to be good. I'm going to put you full screen, Marco.
Yes.
yes.
Take me to your leader.
So, how are you?
Right. Okay. We can. While you're preparing, we can carry on talking. Let us know when you're.
Okay.
Yes, he has an helmet.
Let us know when you're ready. Let us know.
Okay. So everything okay. I think the moon is looking to Saturn in a different way. I think the moon thinks that it was Saturn who put COVID-19 on. Hide it on the rings.
The first infection in outer space.
Like Superman, but in a bad way.
Spreading COVID around the galaxy.
Okay, so
yes.
I think I will return the emission to Stonehenge Studios. It's up to you now, Stephen.
Back to you, and have a good flight. Right. Okay. Now, the question. One of the questions in the UK, which has been posed by our government, really, is that by 2030, all petrol and gasoline cars and diesel cars will no longer be manufactured. Is there anything similar in Belgium, Chris?
I don't know about that. No.
This is all in search of being more green, or greener is the word I'm looking for, and there will be no new cars made which run on petrol or on diesel. So we're going totally electric. I mean, the thing is, in the UK, what's happened is that more and more people are getting on the bike. Yeah, there is, incredibly, there is a global bicycle shortage because so many people have been buying bikes. So my next question is, do you cycle?
I don't cycle. No, I haven't a bike.
My God. You should ride your bicycle. You should ride
yes,
your
I will.
Okay, I will stop singing because you may have a kind of a strike due to copyrights.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your singing, Marco. You know I do. But in order to get a strike on Facebook and YouTube, they've got to be able to recognize the tune. So,
I recognize it.
But
You're
the AI,
so mean. You're so mean.
yeah, and we've just been told by Corinda that Peter cycles, and Peter cycles.
Your singing wasn't that bad. My dogs would have started howling.
Yes, but cycling is a good option. Here, mostly in Lisbon, because in Oporto it's not an easy town to cycle because it has ups and downs. But for Lisbon, it's a flatter city, and we see lots of people going and on bikes, and also in this out. I don't know. Let me see how we say it in English. These things with a kind of a skate, but with a handle on the top.
A scooter. That's what we call it in the US.
Let me
One
see.
wheel in the front, one wheel in the back, and
yeah, and you have to put
one leg. Yeah.
Yes. That. And the problem is here with that is that there are some companies who rent these scooters to tourists and for people who wants to ride them, and they go on the walks instead of on the street. And
Right,
some,
pavement, yeah.
yeah, and some of the people who go walking, they have some problems. For instance, you go with the scooter on the walk, and there's someone going out of a store or something. it's a problem. Yes.
It is a problem. In the UK, well, in France, I was talking about France because Jackie's watching, and in Germany, they have cycle paths. And certainly in Germany, there are a lot of cycle paths throughout major towns, and you can go on the cycle path, and you won't get any pedestrians there because the pavement is split into two. Right-hand side is a cyclist, left-hand side is the pedestrian, and they've just drawn a white line down the middle. And you know that if you're in, I'm always in the wrong place whenever we go to I forget. I find myself on the wrong side, on the cyclist side. And this cyclist shoot past and just wish Angelica would warn me every time. But we've got cycle paths in Devizes. We've probably got about 2 miles of cycle paths.
One day we will see here Stephen with wheel marks.
Could be. It could be. Anything's possible. Right. We've got a comment from Barry.
It has like a tire tread going across.
Yes.
I went for a walk today.
Okay. We've got a comment from Barry, and Barry in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, is saying Chris Hadfield from Sarnia, Ontario, is the first Canadian astronaut to walk in space, operate the Canada arm, and command the International Space Station. So there's a first for you.
Okay. I like
Okay.
seeing everybody, you know, all of the countries getting up there to the ISS and you know, taking part in that. I think that's something that's really important, you know, globally for everybody to have a part in it, not just, you know, this country, and this country, and nobody else, you know, can do it. They're getting everybody up there. So I like how was it Japan, Europe, and NASA here in the US are all working together on that. So
That's right.
that I like seeing, because that's all stuff. Because a lot of the stuff that they're doing up there is they're able to do science a lot faster up there because of, I'm not a science guy, but apparently gravity has something to do with slowing down this or that. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool that they can get up there, and you know, they've taken, you know, some viruses up there and been able to find vaccines a whole lot quicker up there than what their counterparts are doing down here. And they're on the same team, but so that's one of the things that they're doing up there. In fact, they have it's not just humans up there. They actually have a robot, an AI robot up there working as well. So I'm not sure how much they publicize that, but yeah, they actually have, there's an android robot that's up there as well. Kind of cool. I'm just waiting for it to take over and, you know, start a war like all the movies we've been seeing. So.
Whilst you're there, Harper, we've got a question from Corinda, who's saying, what does CRR mean on your T-shirt?
It's actually for car, and it's for my Facebook page. So
right. So Corinda, the word that's actually on Harper's T-shirt, CAR.
Yeah, car. Where am I? Yeah, car, and then therapy's on the wrench. So
brilliant.
I'm a car guy.
Peter is a singing guy, as well as a bike riding guy, and he's now looking at e-scooters.
We have those too. They're kind of new. The University of Arizona has them, where you can rent them, and then people ride them home to wherever they're living, and then they just leave them out on the sidewalk, and I guess the school picks them up. I don't know how they don't get stolen or anything, but.
And started off with an e-bike. Okay. And Corinda's last comment for the moment. Breaking news. All right. Okay. This is a story from the UK. Black Friday.
Really?
Okay. Most people actually didn't go to the stores. They actually shopped online. And we've got a national chain called Curry's, and people shopped online. They managed to get through to the website, which was ultra busy, and they ordered things. And the problem was that Curry's PC World ran out of stock, and they said to thousands of people, you can't have it at the Black Friday price. You can have it when it comes in, but you can have it at the price it was before Black Friday. And what do you think happened next? People power. They complained to all the news papers. The story took hold, was on the BBC and other TV channels. And as Corinne has just said, Curry's and PC World are going to honour their Black Friday orders at the Black Friday price. And that's a good PR move, I think. It all happens in the UK.
Yeah,
in or out of the EU.
It happens all over. This kind of bait, this kind of baits happens. I saw so many complaining people waiting for the Black Friday to start shopping. Then they went to the store and out of stock, sold out.
I have made a very good Black Friday deal, and it's this.
Oh,
nice.
Yes, the same. Thanks to a tip from Steven. And they're really very, very good.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of the headphones is not only do they work and charge for up to 10 hours, but if you're out walking or jogging, if you ever get there, then you can actually not only hear the music that you're actually playing, but you can actually hear if somebody talks to you, because they are external headphones. So they just work. That's good. Okay.
Also, on the way to the school, I can hear all the music, all the things there are on the way, and it's very safe.
Yeah, it doesn't block your hearing from stuff around you.
And over to Corinda. And on Black Friday, he bought a Live View Solo. It's good. Yeah. My Black Friday deal was Restream.io, which is where we're broadcasting now. And I can do it for another 12 months. All good, because they had a 50% off sale. Yeah, it was only 40% last year, so I didn't, but I bought it this year. So I'm happy with my buy. And out to the new messages. Okay. All right, and over to Nick. Okay, Nick's going to correct me because I sometimes, you've probably not noticed, but I sometimes misremember things. So here we go. They weren't offering much discount anyway. They raised prices in August to right, okay. They raised prices in August to discount for November, so probably only £20 different on a TV as an example. I speak from previous experience. Okay. Right. Okay, so it's only it's not a genuine sale. It's just a price reduction because they 3 months ago decided to. I don't know. You can trust Amazon though, can't you?
Well, there are times I think that we want to believe that we can trust them. It's something that we should do, because otherwise, if you don't trust, I think you will have a bad life. If you distrust everything, it will it will ruin your life. So let's trust them.
I mean, Amazon is global. It's one of the largest companies in the world, and you take your hat off to the founder, because when he started working from home with a second-hand desk, a third-hand computer, and no money at all. And everybody told him this will not work, and he said, "Yes, it will." And he's built it up to what it is today. So Jeff Bezos should be a hero of ours, because he's gone from zero to multi-billions. So Amazon is a success story that should be celebrated. I mean, the fact that you can go on a website, order something, and it will arrive tomorrow, and you know it's going to arrive. Yeah. And I love the fact that basically, if you've got the Amazon widget and you go over to a clothing site, for example, if you're buying a jumper, and you go to the clothing site, and the clothing site says this is £23, and the little Amazon pop-up comes on the right-hand side and says you can have it for 20 on Amazon.
What's that? Yeah. It's a Chrome extension, Stephen?
It's a Chrome it's an Amazon Chrome extension, and basically when it spots something that where it can beat the price, it will tell you.
Okay, I need to check it.
Well, it's very handy. It's very handy for doing comparison.
Yeah. And I think they bought also one of my favorite online libraries, which is the Book Depository.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think they bought it because somewhere I've saw on the Amazon portfolio this bookstore, and there's a good thing about Book Depository. Books are very cheap, okay, and you don't pay shipping. It doesn't matter if you are ordering one book or 10. You don't pay shipping.
That's good.
Okay, and usually books are below the usual price. You see, even on Amazon, I bought there lots of books. Okay, you have to wait a little bit longer to have them, but I have more than, I think, 500 books. I think I can wait for that book.
So if we want to borrow a book,
go to Marco Library.
Yeah.
Well, I won't borrow. There's this thing. I don't like to borrow books because I had a few bad experience because people ask me, "Oh, can you borrow this book?" And okay. And where is the book? Oh, you see, well, okay. So
never get it back.
There's a saying here in Portugal: if you want to lose a friend, just borrow their money. And on my case, if you want to lose a friend, just borrow him something. Something.
Or they borrow your book and write it.
Something.
No, I buy mostly ebooks because I can put them to everywhere with my e-reader. And they are mostly cheaper than physical books also. And then I like audiobooks. And now with my new headphones, that will be a perfect combination.
I will see. Chris. Oh, wait.
Hang on.
Let me finish the chapter. Wait. She's killing him. Wait. The problem with audiobooks for me, and it happens also with podcasts, is that when I have my eyes free, they ruin this experience for me because they are seeing something, and then my imagination, my thought picks the image, and okay, there you go. Ho. Free spirit. And then I look at because I put the audiobooks on my phone. I use Audible, and then I see, oh my God, I'm at the end of the chapter, and I don't remind anything. And I had also this problem with podcasts. But the good thing about podcasting is it's like series. If you lose an episode, it doesn't have anything to do with what happened the episode before, and the episode after doesn't have also nothing to see, and it's not a problem. But the book has this sequence, and I found myself more than once. Okay, let me listen the book, and then I see something. Okay, and my attention goes full. That's the problem for me with the audiobooks. I'm terrible.
With these headphones, you can listen to the book while you're out walking.
Yes. And when you are cleaning the house.
you can listen to the book while reading the book, and that way, you know,
That will be very good to learn a language.
it would, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think every contact you can have with some language, different one, it's good to learn the language. I think it's for
Yes, certainly.
I'm reading a book, a physical book, and there's something I don't understand. I pick the phone, translator, let me see, pluff, and then I write down the meaning.
Mhm.
Okay, I think listening to music, watching television with, I think, but okay, you have to do it intentionally. Okay, because if you are just looking the television, okay, like okay, you
Yes,
won't
that
learn
will not
anything.
work.
But if you put the mind working, okay, let me because for instance here foreigner movies and everything, they are subtitle, you know.
Mhm.
So if you are just reading everything, you won't learn nothing. That's
Mhm.
it. There's no other
Yeah,
option.
if you're
But
reading the subtitles, you miss the
but
movie.
if you start working, okay, let me avoid reading everything. Let me, because sometimes the words come faster than the written words. Okay, the spoken
Mhm.
words come faster, so you can go. And one thing well, okay, by these days it's normal, but one thing I love to do was to see how accurate the translation were.
Okay.
And sometimes
You're like, that's not right.
Indeed. Right, just to catch up on the comments, because we've been chatting away, which is absolutely brilliant. So the next comment is from Nick, and Nick says, going back a bit, trust nobody. Corinda is saying, replying to Nick, only trust professional broadcasters. Okay. Oh God, so many comments. They have served me well this year. That's talking about Amazon. Over to Nick again. Nick is saying, love Jeff and Amazon. They provide a brilliant sales platform that many people can benefit from. Oh, we've got chatterboxes watching today. Over to
Yeah.
Peter. I owned an Amazon business account. It's cheaper and he gets the VAT back. Over to Corinda replying to Nick Wood is saying the same. And Nick is saying, well, Corinda, that's true. And then we have a comment from YouTube. And the comment is, speaking about earphones, I've literally thrown all my earphones in the bin due to excruciating ear pain. I'm going to try the over-ear ones now. Well, Chris can give you, well, okay, that's just. And Stephen Healy will tell you. I'm going to tell you. Stephen Healy will tell you I've done shows from my. All right, okay, that's too much information, Peter. It was too much when we saw it live.
Yeah,
It's
big
too
one.
much information today.
yeah,
Okay, right, and
you're out
final
of the
point.
game, Peter. You're out of the game.
Right, okay.
Yeah, with the headphones, the in the ear headphones. I mean, it really depends on the size of your ears. Me, I have a big head and I've got really big ears, and so the little earbuds, I have a hard time keeping them in my ears because they just sit right on the little little piece. They don't fit in there and hold in, so I have to constantly push it in to hear them. I have to get, and so that's kind of the thing is, and if you have smaller ears, then you have to try to shove them in there, and it's uncomfortable. So, yeah.
This is another pair.
Yeah, see that would work out really well because
And
that way,
that goes really very well.
yeah.
You can do. Well, this is the box.
And this moment is sponsored by.
It's not sponsored,
Brilliant.
but they are really very good things.
Yeah, if you look, you can find good deals on
Yes.
websites Friday and oh my God, the name Cyber Monday. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the things, earlier we were talking about Black Friday shopping, and a friend of mine went to a major clothing retail store here in the U.S. and it was like 9, 10 o'clock. Store's been open for a couple hours, and in the past, people usually camp out front for a day or so, trying to get in and get those early deals.
Yep.
They were in there and they took a picture all the way down the aisle. They were the only ones in that part of the store, and it was like going. So a lot of people, depending on where you're at, they really weren't getting out. They were ordering online. So, but
Right. It's getting towards the top of the hour. So whose turn is it today?
Chris.
That's a little bit
Chris,
difficult
would you
for
like
me
to wrap up the show,
to make
please?
a wrap.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay. From Wiltshire in England, from Portugal, from Antwerp in Belgium, from Arizona. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back. We'll tell you when we're going to be back, but it's not, we've got a different time next week. So take care. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you again soon. And over to Peter. I found Aftershocks years ago, but found them. They've changed, Peter, a lot better now. Okay.
yes.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Ciao.
Thank you.
Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Ciao.